you look at that NL West, the Dodgers and the D-backs seemed like they were kind of running away with it, especially early, right? It was Dodgers, D-backs, both playing great baseball. The Giants have kind of come out of nowhere. And since his call-up, May 19, they are 32-18. Second best record in all of baseball. So this team has really made up a lot of ground since this kid has gotten called up. Switch hitting catcher, which in some ways, before this, I was asking. Just because I wasn't a switch hitting catcher, everybody loves the switch hitting catcher. But you know what? This kid does it really, really well. These are all his ranks among catchers offensively since he's been called up. And F4, of course, including defensive, ability, base running, everything. Throws in everything. So those are his ranks. He's obviously doing a heck of a job. Some of the other more important stuff, he's got a 3.32 ERA as a catcher. His SARA, his catcher's ERA. I don't even know how they say it. The rest of those catchers, the rest of the Giants catchers, a 4.24. But we'll get into the offense first, because I know that's what you like, D-Row. You like offense. Switch hitting catcher, this kid's got pop. He's hitting, like you just saw. You saw some of those statistics. He does it from both sides. I mean, easy pop. Dead center, not trying to do too much, going all over the yard. Let's pause it right there. Let's pause right there first. So when you have a kid behind the plate doing things like that for you, right? That's a huge deal, especially in the big leagues today. There's not a whole lot of catchers that are able to do that. He's doing it from both sides. You don't got to worry about matchups. You don't got to. He's doing. So you're WBC manager. What does that bring for your team right now in today's game?
Listen, if I get offense from behind the dish, I always think that's a plus. Those are like the Hall of Fame type guys like my boy Brian McCann. I want this to be the most important thing you do, because the game begins and ends on the mound. It always has and it always will. Follow the pitching and you will win. So if he can make these guys better, that's job number one.
Better ERA, almost a full run lower with this guy behind the plate. A lot of that has to do with the fact that the way he controls the running game. I mean, this kid is one of the best at throwing runners out. We can get into this right here. Go ahead, run it. This is Doval on the mound. This is a closer, bottom of the ninth. Huge spot. Marte taking off.
On a knee.
I mean, look at the way he clears space and gets rid of that ball so quickly, so efficiently. Wow. Mookie is befuddled. He has no idea how he just got thrown out in this situation. Again, with Doval on the mound. This is my favorite one. Pause it right there. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Robert, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I haven't been dialed in on the San Francisco Giants every night. You make a play like this, you want to talk about athleticism.
Yeah. We saw Bo Naylor make a pretty nice throw a couple of weeks ago. This kid can do it too. What I love about this one, run it back real quick. I'm going to take you through this one slowly. So he's down on, he goes down on the knee, but watch where this ball is, where he receives it, down low like that. First of all, very difficult for a catcher to make a throw from this point. And then the fact that he allows it to travel all the way to him. Stop right there. Allows it all to travel all the way to him. He doesn't reach out for it. He doesn't stand up too early. You stand up too early on that ball, you're sailing this thing in the center field. But now what I love, and what I used to try to do on throws like this, I would try to not even move my back foot and allow myself the strength in the lower half to take over and athleticism to get yourself on top of that front foot and allow yourself to get on line to second base without moving your feet. Because you try to shuffle your feet in this situation with a ball down low like that, you're going to have a really tough time actually getting up out of your crouch to make a throw. Yeah. So right here, go ahead, start running, keep it going, slow motion here. The way he transfers everything, gets online. Look at that. The way he gets online to second base and the quick release.
That's like he's
all of that combined.
Second base.
I mean, Whit Merrifield thinks he has this base stolen without a doubt. He's going first move on a lefty, Alex Wood. And, I mean, he just absolutely eliminates him. Look at that. Fall into the right side. Not how you would teach it, but that's athleticism. Like you said, shortstop. Wow. Tatis, they call him safe right here. Guess what? Look at that running start. Guess what? They overturned that because he was out. That is a quick release, 0.6 second release time on that. Exchange time, I should say.